Hey guys, as you can tell by the title of this live stream video I'm doing right now, um, well, I only found out this morning that the famous BBC presenter of something I used to watch when I was growing up, it was called Chucklevision, and if I remember rightly, he was the oldest Chuckle brother, though he was the shortest. But he was Barry Chuckle. His real name was Barry Elliott. I remember watching the Chuckle Brothers for a long time, and strangely I was watching it last night, a parody version, and then when I was having my lunch I overheard through social media, and then I checked on the BBC News that Barry Chuckle had passed away, and I was shocked because I only just heard that they were doing a new TV series called Chuckle Time. And hey Ryan, and basically, that's what I was like. Oh, I could go and check this new Chuckle Time out. And then when I got here and checked up on the BBC News and seen that Barry Chuckle had died, I was really shocked because I remember being a kid and watching the Chuckle Brothers and really being entertained by it and enjoyed it, basically. Alongside losing Rick Mail as well. You've never heard of Barry Chuckle? The Chuckle Brothers. To me, to you, to me, to you. They used to do Chucklevision a lot. They are a great BBC TV children's show. And one of the many things I watched when I was young, especially Bottom. I mean, we lost Rick Mail years and years ago, one of my idols, and now losing Barry Chuckle. I mean, that's another idol of mine. I liked, and Chucklevision. Barry Chuckle's the short one in it with the moustache. Sometimes he shaves it off. As you can see by the thumbnail as well, that's Barry Chuckle. His brother Paul as well was in it. But no, it's a shame, and it's made me think about resorting my schedule out for today. Yeah, definitely, rest in peace. He was a great man. He was really the entertaining one in the Chuckle Brothers. I really enjoyed watching the Chuckle Brothers. No disrespect to Paul Elliott, his brother, who played Paul Chuckle. I just found him very mean half the time, but I think in my mind Barry was the one that was the brains behind it all, and he was the one that was like really entertaining, that I really wanted to watch Chuckle Brothers when I was younger. But now I have to reschedule my YouTube stuff tonight, and I'm going to try and do a tribute video for the Chuckle Brothers. Hopefully I'm being allowed. I'm going to try and go through make sure I just used non-copyright music and make sure I do the right thing by saying I don't own the rights to Chucklevision. That's rights belongs to the BBC and CBBC channel, and I'll try and see if I can get around emailing them and see if if there's any obligations of me trying to just word it as that, and hopefully they'll be a-okay with it. But I mean, I came across this problem when Alan Rickman died, and I tried to do the Harry Potter thing, and Warner Bros. Kicked my ass. And I was like, well, why be disrespectful to someone who passed? I'm trying to make a tribute video to someone that, was really good. And if it wasn't for that person, Harry Potter probably wouldn't be, popular as it is, because them child stars wouldn't have made it. It's the adult stars that were in it that made it. No disrespect to Daniel Radcliffe and obviously Emma Watson, who I had a crush on, and still have a crush on Emma Watson, but they wouldn't have made it if it wasn't for the adult actors that are in it, especially Maggie Smith. But no, this news is, it's really knocked me a bit. You know, I wasn't expecting it because, okay, yeah, he's 73, but he was in good health last I remember watching Chuckle Vision and seeing stuff on YouTube about him, and you know, I thought it was okay, but it seemed that from the news article I read, it was just a short-term illness that basically his body just, I gather, it was just shut down, or you know, his health was deteriorating. And I was just like, but he didn't look like a person that had problems, and it didn't look like he had health deteriorations. It just goes to show in life that no matter what you do, you know, your body will give up on you eventually. And your health will deteriorate, but it depends on which way you go about it. I mean, you can be the healthiest MF going, like Craig Charles' brother, and he ended up dying. And last I knew, Barry Chuckle was, you know, wasn't that bad off at being 73. He was still adamant on doing some new TV shows and stuff. And last time I saw, you know, anything about him on like social media and stuff, he was fine. But I guess short-term illness is, when they mean short-term, they are. So you know, I think it can hit. I think it can hit anybody, I suppose. But it is a really sad loss. I mean, I've overheard that Chuckle Time was cancelled. I don't know if they've done any episodes yet or not. I'm going to have to look into that. But you know, it sounded really interesting. You know, that they would continue on the Chuckle Brothers. Who's Robert Williams? And how can you not know? Okay, depending on your age, you might not know the Chuckle Brothers. They started back in, God knows, quite a long period of time. Chuckle Vision started back in 1986, and I believe it continued to at least 2008. I remember watching it during 92, 93. Mesmerised. I mean, Chuckle Brothers have been going for a long time. They had something completely different before, back in the early 80s, like 84, 85. And Chuckle Vision started quite, you know, later on. I think it was 86, 87 at least. But yeah, okay, I was born in the end of the 80s, but I remember the Chuckle Brothers. I mean, a lot of people are still confused why I know a lot about Iron Maiden, and I was born in the end of the 80s, and Iron Maiden was like beginning in the 80s, mid 70s. But you know, when you love something so much, you're gonna really, you know, enjoy it no matter what age you are. And I do believe that a lot of people at the age, you know, 29, well, say 26, anything 26 up to 30, you would know the Chuckle Brothers. Anything below, you might not know. But if you've ever watched CBBC and you've ever seen Chuckle Vision or Chuckle Brothers, or this new Chuckle Time that's supposed to have started this year, I don't know if they've ever aired anything. I just heard it on Wikipedia and looked at it. I was like, oh, this sounds interesting, you know. They're still going. You know, so I thought, you know, that'd be a good thing. But unfortunately, not a lot of people do know about Barry Chuckle, and it's a real shame. I recommend people to go and search Chuckle Vision on YouTube. Don't watch the parody version yet. Just watch Chuckle Vision, and you'll see why. When I was a young kid watching this is why I loved being, you know, a comedian. I loved being an entertainer because of people like, I can list off the people, and sadly enough, these people have gone. You know, like, I like being an entertainer like Rick Mail. Barry Chuckle just recently passed away. I like being an entertainer like Alan Rickman, you know, and unfortunately, these people passed away. I mean, okay, there's only one still alive that I really respect. I had a lot out of, Adrian Edmondson. And between him and Rick Mail, they were the greatest of comedy, and I enjoyed that. And the second lot, you know, Barry and Paul Chuckle from Chuckle Visions, you know, from a kid growing up watching that and Bottom. It's like, they were the main lot of reasons why I watched TV back then as a kid. nothing else was entertaining, you know. And that's why I never done a video on that Teletubby star who passed away. I haven't, man. It's an actor, a big comedy dude that was very funny. Hang on, it was very funny even in his movies, but oh, you mean Robbie Williams? Yeah, that was a shame. That was. I can't remember doing a video on him, and he was another comedian actor. I'm sorry if I didn't know. It's because I know him as Robbie Williams, or Robin, or was it Robin Williams? Because Robbie Williams is the singer. I get confused with both of them. Yeah, you mean the person that was in Flubber, and he was in Jumanji. The bad Jumanji. Even the new Jumanji was crap, but the bad Jumanji that had a fourth wall break in it. Yeah, and he was the voice of Genie from Aladdin. Yeah, I know of him. Yeah, it's sad about him. He was another person I looked up to when I was trying to get him into entertainment and just being entertaining. He was good. Yeah, it's a shame we're losing the greatest stars. From losing Rick Mayall was a bad one, that hit me. Then Robin Williams. Can't the other Robbie Williams do that? No, I'm not being nasty, but I don't like the singer Robbie Williams. I didn't like him. Couldn't they have taken him instead of, you know, the greatest comedy? And Iron Maiden performed a song called "Tears of a Clown," which was in a memory and dedication to the late great Robin Williams. And yeah, that was I remember that vividly, and I was really sad, and I couldn't watch Aladdin for a while, or Flubber, or Mrs. Doubtfire. That's the only thing I'll ever watch someone dressed up as a woman, is Miss Doubtfire. That idiot, what was he? A lot of people keep buzzing about him. At Mrs. Brown's Boy, he's got nothing on him, on Robin Williams. He's just copying him, and he's failing. I've watched one Mrs. Brown's Boys, and it's, no offense if you like it, I don't. It's crap. But no, I mean, the greats I miss that I grew up watching and really enjoyed was like Rick Mayall, Alan Rickman, Robin Williams, and now Barry Chuckle. It's like, fuck, man. Growing up in the 90s watching these people on TV, and you know, even though some of them were doing like the early 80s TV shows, and you were watching them when you're growing up as well, and it just feels really, you know, it's something that you can't stop or help. It's like, it's going to happen to most people, but it's just a sad thing that we lose great people and bad people stay in this world. It's just wrong. But either way, a loss is hard no matter what. And yeah, we can joke about saying, oh, I wish this person had gone, and then when they do go, it hits you, because there's a human life at the end of the day. But I mean, to me, when a bad person goes, I'm like, they deserved it, sort of thing. But when it's, you know, people that you really respect. I remember one way back in 2005 when I was doing wrestling, Eddie Guerrero. He was a legend, and when he died, I just remember I wanted to leave school at the time, and it took me 6 months to leave wrestling for myself. I took 6 months away because I had heart problems. My heart was getting tighter, and it was like really painful at times when I was doing the wrestling. And because he died of an acute heart failure, I was like, okay, take some time out. Now I don't wrestle, which is good. I do YouTube, and that's more entertaining and safe. But I still have the odd pain in my heart sometimes when I'm stressed out doing this. But I just try and let it not get. God. But unfortunately, it's messed up my. I can't. You know, it sounds selfish, but it's not, because, you know, it's a way that things happen in life. You've got to try and move on from it, but you also got to try and remember the person. And my schedule is going to be out the window this week, because I really want, because I respected this guy Barry Chuckle, or Barry Elliott, his real name is. So making a tribute video for him, it will feel a lot better on myself, and I feel I'm not doing it because I want views out of it, and I don't want people coming in thinking, oh, you're only doing it because of the views. It's not that. I respect the character he played in Chuckle Vision, and he's a character in his own. He made me watch Chuckle Vision, so it's one of them. And I'm just doing it because he was a great person. So the tribute video I'm going to try and edit up tonight at some point. So any recording, any live stream schedules is I'm going to put on a back burner for now. This is something that's important right now. Yeah, it's a sad loss. So February right now, who are watching this or watching this later, can you please comment below hashtag RIP Barry Chuckle, and just keep trending it, because right now it's trending like mad on Twitter, like 93k tweets. So can we just have it on this YouTube? Comment in the comment section hashtag RIP Barry Chuckle, and I'll try and make the video as soon as possible. I may not look like it's affected me. I don't know. I can't really see the screen that well. Alright, no worries. I can't see the screen right now, but a lot of people are probably thinking that you're just acting this. I'm not. I try and cover things up very well. Yeah, it has affected me because I grew up watching things like that. A lot of stars like that. I mean, yeah, I never met him. Would like to have met him, but yeah, it has affected me in a big way. As most of the stars that I grew up watching and really idolised, you know, it's one of them. You never get used to it. It's just that you gotta take it on the chin, do a video in response, and just remember who they were. And it's not easy. I mean, yeah, okay, it's not like losing a family member. That is hard. I don't envy that. But when it's someone that you've watched on TV, it's just as the same. You know, you get to learn to respect that person. You get to learn to see that person on TV a lot of times. It's like a family member, but not as hard. A family member, it's a lot harder, and something that, you know, you don't get used to, but you just, you know, as the Londoners say, or the Brits say in the England area, take it on the chin, you move on. Easy said than done, but it's doable. They always say, if I can remember the quote from somebody, I don't know who the person said it, but there's a quote out there, you know, time is a good healer. Let time heal itself and things will be fine. Someone might know, someone might not. I don't know, but I've heard it somewhere. But anyway, I just thought I'd do this video right now. It's just a sad fact that he'd gone, and it was a short-term illness that got him, and he didn't look any different. He looked normal as he did when he was doing Chuckle Vision. So anyway, I'm ending this video right here. Anyway, rest in peace, Barry Chuckle. You're a legend in children's TV. Catch you in the next video.